Good day, everyone. Welcome to the world of math. This is your math teacher, Sir Marvin Panagiton. These are the competencies for our lesson. First, write the linear equation ax plus by is equal to c in slope-intercept form y is equal to mx plus b and vice versa. Graphs a linear equation given any 2 points, x and y-intercept, the slope in a point on the line. Describes the graph of a linear equation in terms of its intercept and slope. Let us have a short recap. Do you still remember the properties of equality? Now, these are the properties of equality. The addition property of equality, subtraction property of equality, multiplication property of equality, division property of equality, reflexive property of equality, symmetric property of equality, transitive property of equality, and substitution property of equality. Among these properties of equality, I choose only 4 properties because it is in need or needed in our lesson. The addition property of equality, if A is equal to B, then A plus C is equal to B plus C. Subtraction property of equality, if A is equal to B, then A minus C is equal to B minus C. Multiplication property of equality, if A is equal to B, then A times C is equal to B times C. And division property of equality, if A is equal to B, then and C is not equal to 0, then A divided by C is equal to B divided by C. In writing linear equation ax plus by is equal to c, to slope-intercept form y is equal to mx plus b and vice versa, we must first identify what is the standard form of a linear equation and what is the slope-intercept form. The standard form of linear equation is ax plus by is equal to c. The slope-intercept form, y is equal to mx plus b, where m is our slope and b is our y-intercept. Always remember, class, that the slope is the numerical coefficient of x and the y-intercept is the constant. In writing linear equation ax plus by is equal to c, or the standard form, to slope-intercept form y is equal to mx plus b, first, we are going to isolate y in the equation using addition property of equality or subtraction property of equality if necessary. Again, if necessary, use multiplication property of equality or the division property of equality to make the numerical coefficient of y equal to 1. Let us have an example. Change y minus x is equal to 4 to slope-intercept form. Determine the slope and the y-intercept. First, we're going to write the given. Y minus x is equal to 4. Now, since we're going to isolate y, we're going to use addition property of equality. So we add x both sides of the equation. So kailangan po, kung ano pong in-add nyo po sa kaliwa, i-add nyo rin po sa kanan. Kasi nga po, siya ay equality or equal. Then, so negative x plus x is equal to 0. So, ma-isolate na po natin yung y sa kaliwa. Then, 4 plus x, or i-arrange natin x plus 4. Pag sinabi pong isolate, para pong ngayon pong pandemic, di ba po, pag halimbawa po ay nagkaroon tayo ng COVID, na wag naman sana, ina-isolate na tayo sa isang lugar para po hindi tayo makahawa. Ganon din po yan sa Y. So, i-isolate natin, ibig sabihin, ihihiwalay natin. Now, yan po yung slope-intercept form na sagot natin. Ngayon, i-identify natin what is the slope in the y-intercept. The slope is the numerical coefficient of x. What is the numerical coefficient of x? Very good. Dahil po wala po kayo nakita, hindi po ibig sabihin na wala. Meron po yan. That is 1. So 1 is the numerical coefficient of x. So therefore, 1 is our slope. Then, what is our y-intercept? Of course, it is the constant, which is 4. Example number 2. Change 2x plus 3y is equal to 9 to slope-intercept form. Find the slope and the y-intercept. First, you're going to write the given, 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. Then, we're going to isolate y. So, let's use first the subtraction property of equality. So, we subtract 2x to both sides of the equation. Bakit po tayo nag-minus po ng 2x sa both sides of the equation? To isolate y, kasi para maging 0 po ito. So, kaya tayo nag-minus ng 2x to both sides of the equation. So, na-isolate na natin. 3y na lang po yung natitira sa kaliwa. Then, we're going to arrange. Ito po na po yung magiging terms natin sa kanan, which is negative 2x plus 9. Tapos na po ba? Hindi pa po. So, kailangan po ang numerical coefficient ng y natin is 1. So, dahil po greater than 1 po ito, we're going to use division property of equality, or pwede rin pong gamitin natin yung multiplication property of equality. So, most common, ang ginagamit ng iba is division property of equality. We're just going to divide all terms by the numerical coefficient of y, which is 3. So, bakit po kaya 3? Kasi 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1 times y. So, y na lang po ang matitira. Then, equality. So, kailangan pantay-pantay o pare-parehas. Kung anong dinivide mo sa kaliwa, i-divide mo rin po sa kanan. So, now, our slope-intercept form is y is equal to negative 2 thirds x plus, bakit po naging 3? 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. And that is our slope-intercept form. Now, let's find the slope. Again, slope is the numerical coefficient of x. What is the numerical coefficient of x? Very good. That is negative 2 thirds, or negative 2 over 3. And what is our y-intercept? Very good. The constant, which is 3. To transform slope-intercept form, y is equal to mx plus b, to standard form, ax plus by is equal to c. So to change slope-intercept form to standard form, we're going to isolate the constant term, or the y-intercept b. So apply addition or subtraction property of equality if necessary. So let us have example number 1. Transform y is equal to 4x minus 4 to standard form. Or let's change it into standard form. First, copy the given. Y is equal to 4x minus 4. So, isolate the constant or the y-intercept. So, kailangan mawala po yung 4x dito sa kanan. So, we're going to apply subtraction property of equality. So, we subtract both sides of the equation by negative 4. So, bakit tayo nag-minus ng 4x to both sides of the equation para maging 0 po ito. So, if it will become 0, so na-isolate na po natin ito pong constant term natin, which is negative 4. Nahiwalay na natin. So, the standard form is negative 4x plus y is equal to negative 4. Ganun lamang po kadali. So, let us have another example. Y is equal to negative x plus 2. Let's change it into standard form. First, copy. Y is equal to negative x plus 2. Then let's apply what? Addition property of equality. So we're going to, very good, add x to both sides of the equation. Bakit po tayo mag-a-add ng x to both sides of the equation? Para po maging 0, ma-eliminate na po natin yung negative x sa kanan para ma-isolate natin si 2 na lang po yung matitira po sa kanan. Now, the standard form is x plus y is equal to 2. In graphing linear equation into variables, we can describe first the graph of linear equation depends on the type of its slope. So, mailalarawan natin yung graph gamit po yung, or nakadepende po sa type of slope po yan. So, let me present to you the types of slope. The types of slopes are positive slope, increasing from left to right, or the graph increased from left to right. The negative slope, decreasing from left to right, or the graph decreased from left to right. We have zero slope. The graph is horizontal line. And lastly, the undefined slope, the graph is vertical line. Again, we can describe as follows. Positive slope, it is uphill. Negative slope, downhill. Zero slope, horizontal line. Undefined slope is vertical line. In graphing linear equation into variables, given any 2 points, let us have an example. Use the 2 points 2, negative 2 and 3, 4. Find the slope of the line containing the given points. So first, we're going to identify first what is our x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So kailangan po, sa isang ordered pair, parehas po silang sub 1, parehas silang sub 2. Hindi pwede pong isang x sub 1, x sub 2, hindi po pwedeng ganun. Now, so let us have a formula, m, which is slope, small m po, y sub 2 minus y sub 1, all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Then, using substitution method, y sub 2 is 4, minus, y sub 1 is negative 2, x sub 2 is 3, x sub 1 is 2. Then, let's simplify. 4 minus negative 2 is 6. 3 minus 2 is 1. Then, in lowest term, 6 over 1 is 6. You all know that the slope is a positive. So, let's graph. How to graph 2, negative 2 and 3, 4. First, let's find the coordinate of the point 2, negative 2. Let's plot. So that is 2, negative 2. Then, where is 3, 4? That is 3, 4. So kung mapapansin nyo po, yun lamang pong pinagtagpuan ng dalawang coordinate. So, halimbawa po, 2, negative 2. So, x is 2. Y is negative 2. So, the intersection is this point. So 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3. Then 4 is y. 1, 2, 3, 4. So ito po yung pinagtagpuan, and that is the point of intersection, or this is the point. Then we're going to connect 2 points, and that is the graph. Now, how will you describe the graph? The graph increasing from left to right, or the graph increase from left to right. The graph is uphill. The lines rises from left to right. So you're going to choose among these three, only one. So how to graph linear equation in two variables using intercept? Let us have an example. Having an example of given of y-intercept of 0, -3 and x-intercept of -2, 0. So find the slope of the line containing the given points. So designate where is your x sub 1 and y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So this is the formula. Substitute. So papalitan lamang po natin yung bawat letter. So y sub 2, ito yon, 0, minus y sub 1, -3. So ito yon. Then x sub 2 is -2 minus x sub 1 is 0. Then let's simplify. 0 minus -3 is 3. -2 minus 0 is -2, or it is the same as -3/2. So the slope is negative, or we have a negative slope. So let's graph first, then let's describe. So let's first plot 0, -3. Yan po yun. Let's plot -2, 0. Ito po yun. Then, we're going to connect. So how will you describe that graph? Decreasing from left to right, or the graph decreased from left to right. The graph is downhill. The graph, or the line, falls from left to right. So we're going to choose. So in terms of using slope in a point, so let us have an example. Napakadali lamang po nito. No need to solve in order for you to graph. Graph the linear equation using slope m is equal to 2/3 and the point -1, -2. So how to graph linear equation using the slope 2/3 and -1, -2? First, we're going to plot -1, -2. So nasan po ba siya? Nasan po ba itong point na to? Nasaan? So i-plot natin. So yan na. -1, -2. Okay, now, always remember po the formula. The slope is equal to rise over run. Since the slope is 2/3, we all know that the rise is 2 and the run is 3. So, since rise is 2, we're going to go upward 2 units. 1, 2. Then, since run is 3, we're going to, very good, run 3 units to the right side. 1, 2, 3. Then, you're going to make a point when you stop. Then, connect the lines. And that is the graph. Since the slope is positive, so the graph increases from left to right. It is uphill. The line rises from left to right. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.